Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. I'm Nick, and this is Real Life Money, where we talk about topics that schools don't. So let's get started. In this video, we're going over what is a credit card and what you need to know as a beginner. So there's a lot of stuff out there saying credit cards are good, credit cards are bad. So I'm going to be telling you basically the basics of credit cards, what they offer and everything involved, and looking at the pros and cons of it so you know exactly what you're looking at so you can make the decision. So what is a credit card? Bang. It's a piece of plastic. It's a card. That's all you need to carry. Versus carrying around cash with you all day. Bang. So when you use a credit card, you're technically borrowing money. You're not technically paying for it at that moment. So if you want to buy a pair of shoes, like these bad boys, you swipe your card and you don't pay it. Then you have to wait until at the end of the month. Then that's when the bill comes. You gotta pay it back. Don't be going all swipe happy. You gotta pay it back. It's not a glitch in the system. So that's kind of the process or the steps to do it. You buy something, then at the end of the month the bills comes and you pay it off. Now if you don't pay it off or simply don't pay anything, interest adds to the amount. So you technically owe more than what you paid. If you bought something for $100, interest is added, now you owe 120, getting ripped off. In addition to the interest, if you don't make any payments at the end of the month, you also have a late fee, which you don't want. If you have a minimum payment, sometimes it might be only $35 for that month. But interest accrues to the total amount that you owe if you do not pay the full amount off. So, if you're paying $100 for something, it could take you like 6 to 7 months to pay that $100 back. Is that worth it? So why do we use credit cards? Yeah, it's easier to carry around, but what is the purpose? Credit cards are a great way to build up your credit. So what's credit? So, what your credit score is, it's a number ranging from 300 to 850. And depending where you land, tells people or lenders if you pay your money back. So if you're closer to the high point of 850, that means you are more likely to pay it back. So that's essentially how you build it up. You pay the money back, the more you pay back, the more it builds. So why we even want this high credit score in the first place is that you're able to get loans. If you want to buy a house, you're able to get a better rate on your mortgage, and the people or the bank they trust you more because you have that higher rate, so they actually give you the loan that you need. So, long story short, pay the whole thing off. If you don't pay, credit goes down, and if you do pay, your credit goes up. And that's essentially it. When you apply for these credit cards, they check your credit score to see if you're trustworthy. However, what if you have a crappy credit score or none at all? If you're in school, just got out, you're a young adult, you might not have anything at all. So what do you do from there? It's called a secured credit card. You basically open it up on your own and use your own money to build your credit. I do have a video on that, and I'll leave a link in the description. So now let's look at the pros versus the cons. You don't have to pay for something now. If something is worth $1,000 and you don't have $1,000, you could get it. I mean, that would be stupid and you'll get screwed later on, but you could buy it. Just remember, of course, you got to pay it off at the end of the month, but if you don't have that money right now, you have time until the end of the month to start saving to get whatever you purchased. In case if it's an emergency, you get it, save up, and then pay it off. Another thing is you don't have to carry a bunch of cash with you. You don't have to carry Benjamins, Jeffersons, Washingtons, Lincolns, and that other guy. It is easier than cash. You just swipe it and you buy something. Uh, it is also safer. They have these new chips in the cards. What are they? I don't know. They say they're safer. You can set it up at your convenience online. Just go to the credit card company's website. You could do either an automatic transfer, a scheduled payment, or you could really set it up online however you want. So it could be simple for you. The next thing, they do help you build your credit. When you want to go for that mortgage, that loan, or whatever, it makes it possible. Again, if you don't have credit, look into secured cards. I have a video for that. A horrible, 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 horrible thing about credit cards is the interest. It keeps racking up and racking up your balances. You're only paying the minimum and you never get out of the debt that you owe. That is the main reason why people think that credit cards are so bad. The cards themselves aren't. It's that our habits just kill ourselves. Which leads to, we have to be organized and disciplined to actually realize what we can spend on. Look at your statements when you buy something. Actually either write down what you're buying or look at it and physically see the money going out of your life. Looking again at the minimum payments, it's going to take you forever to pay whatever you owe off. It's going to be extremely more expensive than initially. It's just not worth doing the minimum payment. Now, a cool little side feature that most cards actually have now is cash back. Now, of course, depending on the card, they have different promotions, features, whatever. A lot of them have like 1% cash back. What that means is if you go out and buy something, you get 1% of that purchase back. If you buy something $100, you get $1 back. The thing is, don't be stupid and buy something for $100 that you don't need just to get that buck. Next thing is, you're not using your own money. You could actually be spending more than you even have versus cash. When you spend it all, there's nothing left. You can't go negative. When you have credit, you could spend more than you have, and you could go negative. And the next thing is having multiple cards. A lot of us open up new cards for additional features. Maybe they give you $100 back when you open it. They have 0% balance transfers, so you're not paying interest for a little bit. But if you have all these cards, there's just so much going on. It gets confusing. You might miss some payments. You'll get late fees, more interest adds up. It's a lot going on. So that's it, guys. That's looking at what credit cards are, what credit is, and the pros and cons of credit cards. In my opinion, I wouldn't suggest getting one. Human beings have terrible habits. You keep just swiping, it adds up without you realizing it. You only pay the minimum or don't pay the whole thing. And the interest, it's bad, guys. You really have to be self-disciplined. So overall, I wouldn't suggest it, and that is why. So now you know the deal about credit cards, guys. You know what you're getting suckered into, and you could choose whether to go into them or not. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helped you out. You'll learn something. If you like and subscribe to my channel, Real Life Money. We talk about real life and money because school doesn't, and it'll make things easier for you. So whether we like it or not, personal finance is involving all of us. So thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't fall for cash back, you'll spend more.